All right, boardwalkers. It's day 11 of our 100 Birds Painting Challenge. And today's bird's going to be the Eurasian Jay. And this was suggested to me by, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Maomarrow, Maomarrow 8929, as a bird that they wanted to see me paint. And I'm going to switch it up again today. I'm going to try and use my ink pen to put in some textures on some of my stuff real quick. And put in some guidelines on our paper for our drawing. And I've got our beacon here. And I'm just going to hit some of it with the ink, not all of it, with this pen. And some of the prominent part is this wing. So that's another reason why I'm kind of hitting that. And I'm going to use the Princeton number 2 round. And I'm going to start with some black and hit all these black prominent sections with my Payne's Gray black. We got that black eye. We got a prominent patch of black on the cheek here. It's called a whisker, I believe is what they call it, to identify it. And then there are some spots on top of the head with a little line, eye line. And then some of these patches on this wing are going to be a little black. And I'm going to hit a little bit of black and gray in here on this tree a bit. And get those feet, the claws on his feet. Now, I have not seen this bird ever. This is a bird that is in another country besides North America. But I do love the coloring on it. And it is in the same family as our round birds. So now I'm going to go in with a mix of the burnt sienna and the ultramarine and make a kind of brown gray with the ultramarine and make it more toward the burnt sienna section. And we're just going to hit some of these. I'm hoping that ink is dry. We're going to hit this patch up here and put some color in. A little bit up there, I hope. Come on. Don't muddy up too much. Oop, kind of muddied up a little bit. All right, put this in here. Put a little bit of cadmium yellow in here to kind of orangey brown it up a little bit, because I've got it a little too dark, I'm afraid. But then again, this is the underside of the bird. Lighten that up a little bit. There we are. And then I just need to hit this with a nice blue. I'm going to use my ultramarine blue and a little bit of that Payne's gray mix to make it kind of like a blue gray. And then we're just going to tap in some blue on this wing here. And hopefully that will lighten up some. Get just a hair bit, just a hair bit of light color back here. Not too much for that bit of the white. And then put in my brown branch. And this one was a little bit harder for me to find reference photos to look for. Some of the reference photos you can find on Pixabay and Unsplash, and I had a really hard time getting the correct photo for it because I was using that in my Cornell birding app that I use for most of my birds. So, all right, let's see if we can go in here with a white highlight on this eye. There we go. And make sure this is white right in here. And there we have our Eurasian Jay. I hope you guys are enjoying these bird paintings, and I might be throwing in a couple of long different paintings besides videos besides the bird paintings on a couple of things like the fountain pen, reviewing it for you guys on the travel pen, and I might be putting in a MaimeriBlu swatching thing soon. So I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Goodbye for now.